My name's Lee Hankins. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and we're here cycling with Canigou Cycling in Spain, and we've had an absolutely great trip.
I did very little planning for this trip. Everything was so well taken care of and all the little details taken care of that it really wasn't much to do except book a flight and train for the rides.
This is our 25th wedding anniversary, and so wanting to come to Europe for the first time and throw cycling in was just a dream come true.
I had a most magnificent time because I got to sweat and had a great time because you people at Canigou sweated all the details.
When this presented itself where she could go and do things and explore and see castles and beachfront and stores and history, when I could be cycling, and that freed my mind up knowing that my wife wasn't sitting around waiting for me to get back.
This gives us the chance to have the shared experience of going to a beautiful part of the world that we've never been to before. And he can do what he loves, and I can do what I love.
Canigou did a really good job of figuring out the best places for us to go, and we got a lot of culture, we got to meet some people, we got to look for art.
As a couple, because Barney's not a cyclist, I am. So this has been an opportunity for us to share an active vacation, but both of us getting to pursue our own passions and our own interests.
And it's a blending of non-cyclist and cyclist that made the marriage of this trip so enjoyable, because we had shopping and excursions. The adventurers would go off and have our time and experience and come back and share that with our spouses.
I want to tell you about the best experience I've had on the bike while I've been here. It was called Happy's Climb, and it was on the steep south coast. It was wonderful. I highly recommend it. I have a sense of great accomplishment for having done it, but it was beautiful, and the people that we met, I think there might be semi-pro bicyclists coming down the mountain. It was thrilling to be one of them for just a day.
The routes were a wonderful combination of the chance to see the sea and the mountains and the medieval villages.
We had 3 different groups, so we were able to accommodate preferences on some distance options, slightly different routes, different amounts of climbing, and I think significantly different levels of effort associated with how fast people wanted to ride, to what extent they wanted to stop and take pictures and smell the begonias.
I like to stop and take pictures, which I did a lot of, and along the coast, the views were spectacular. The bike, the fit was unbelievable, just kind of was part of my body that was supposed to be.
The fact that they were great bicycles, that the GPS allowed us to, even though we would take wrong turns, the GPS would let us get back on track. You had the peace of mind knowing that you weren't lost.
The accommodations could not have been any better. They were spacious rooms. The staff was so friendly and helpful. The food was really top flight, top quality.
It was marvelous. It's been a wonderful trip. Not only did we connect with some of the locals, but also as a group, the spouses.
Now I feel like this group really came together. I mean, a much stronger cycling community out of this. So I think that's been a really kind of an unexpected benefit of this trip.
The whole trip, with the walking tours, the good dinners, just being with a group of people, it was wonderful. So I'd highly recommend coming back. And I am going to try to come back as soon as I possibly can.
Fantastic trip, one of the best. I have such great memories of this trip and very well organized, and I have to recommend it to absolutely anybody for any level of riding.
It's just been incredible. It's just a wonderful experience. So we're very, very happy on this trip.
This is a trip of a lifetime. And it really has been. I mean, this trip of a lifetime for sure.
I go home with wonderful memories of this trip, and I have taken many bicycling vacations both in the US and in Europe and other sporting vacations, and I just don't think anything could ever top what I've experienced these last 10 days with Canigou. It's just been wonderful.